What is up, my dogs? This week, we've got something special. It's not me playing tennis, it is my father, as I was visiting him in Georgia. This match is played at the 3-5 USTA level, but it should be interesting to watch. My father hits the ball pretty hard. He's playing a younger opponent, and I recall this day was extremely hot and humid, which resulted in them taking a break between the first set and the second of like an hour. All right. I don't remember a lot about this match. I watched some of it live, so let's watch it together at 55. All right. Going out wide. It's pretty bad double fault right there. But I like the wide serve. All right. 3 serves, 0 in so far. All right, to the backhand. Runs around it. Hits it down the middle. And the cut was bad, so I have no idea what happened. All right, look at those serves over there on the right. All right, here we go. Serves. Looking kind of tight. Maybe he's feeling nervous. All right. Here we go. We got a good approach. Don't miss this. There we go. Oh my gosh. Good hands by the enemy, the UTR 5. Yeah, I remember at the beginning of this match, the enemy, the UTR 5, was hitting like all slice forehands. I think that changes at some point. Because I think my father started to exploit that a little bit. So I'd say there was a fair number of adaptations, which is admirable at the 3-5 level. Here we go. I believe it's maybe 30 all or 15-40. You can tell my father is an Asian man. Oh, he served with the backhand, but this dude has a cracked backhand. It's a bad move. Good backhand from the enemy. 30-40. And that's the game. I wouldn't call it a break. I don't think breaks really exist beneath the 5-0 level, so it's just a game. All right, we got some pep in the step from the enemy. He's wiping off the line as if it's clay. It is hard if you guys don't know. We got ourselves a classic frying pan. Oh wow, what an approach by my father. And a good half volley. This dude's just too fast. But it's good that he's making him work. It's actually okay to lose a point like that because you're instilling a lot of fear. My father just showed him, I'll rip a return and come to the net. And he's not the one running, so that's always good. Huge forehand. Huge forehand. It didn't matter. Wow. Excellent return. The depth was incredible. Still hitting it to the dude's backhand which I believe is a stronger shot, but he missed it that time because the ball was so good. What a hustle right there. All right. Father goes for another down the line approach. But that's a no go. Shoot, I wasn't paying attention. Not sure why that was missed. Oh well. 2 for 2 on returns. Probably not ideal given the quality of serve. Okay, good return down the middle. Good backhand. Okay, we got a slice. And then he goes for the lob. Okay. And a slice. Yeah, that was tough. Positioning wasn't great, so it made it a tougher shot for my father. Maybe went for a little bit too much on that slice. This dude's got some abs. Wow, that return was crazy. Good serve. Good serve. Took him far out on the court. Perhaps encouraged him to do something crazy. All right, serve to the forehand. Approach to the forehand. I like that. Just missed the volley. Seemed like my father kind of stopped moving and instead just reached out his arm. Probably would have been it was a pretty easy volley with just one more step. A little less swing. Wow, excellent serve. Good spot, good pace. Another good serve. Now we're back to neutral. Okay, it's that. That's not neutral. Opportunity here, short ball in the middle. My father takes it wide to the forehand. Great move. So far, pink shirt dude has demonstrated that when moving to the right, the forehand is not going in very much. Okay, that slice return was whack. Good game by my father. Good serving, a lot of first serves, high quality. Completely different from that first service game. I think we were lacking in first serves, and well, watching them change over and see what's going on the other courts. This guy on the left is bending over a crazy style. Oh, good catch. Good catch. This dude's... I can't believe that serve was in, actually. Anyways, back to the boys. Looks like my dad's shirt kind of matches his tennis racket. Plus his shorts. It's also wet. His butt is wet. Okay. To the backhand. Father goes for the slice down the line. Missed it. That's 2 of those. On the D side. It's just kind of a tough spot. I got a little close to him. He could have used one more step right there. Okay, excellent return down the middle. Got a short ball, went way too far back, and then didn't move up. Caught it really low and missed it in the net. And that was a combination of a recognition problem and a movement problem. Father didn't recognize the ball was going to be short, and then even when he had a decent amount of time, given how slow and high it was, didn't make it up. Okay, but completely flipping the script here and moving up at the right time. Wow, that's a crazy return and overhead. Maybe he noticed, man, I should have moved up to that ball and just decided to move up the whole game right there. Oh man, 2 balls. UTR 5 is basically the ball boy for court. Is that court 5? Good serve to the backhand. Good return. Sometimes that short return to the backhand is surprisingly effective even at higher levels. As long as you're not doing it every time. Okay, good direction on that. He takes him off the court to the backhand, then moves him to the forehand. Oh man, looks like they might call a let. No, they're not. Oh man. Good defense from Pink Dog. I think my father did some good attacking there. All right, good serve out wide, slice return down the middle, backhand to the open court, approach to the net. Excellent. It's perfect. That's what we want to try to do 80% of the time. It's really good. Serve out wide, hit to the other side, come to the net. So effective. It's really easy to practice too with your friends. Okay, body serve. You get another slice forehand short. Oh man, he's hitting the lob. My father almost gets hit and doesn't make it back on that one. That was hilarious. Good run there. Good run there. I feel like my dad's shoes are really clean. All right, body serve there. Dude misses the backhand. All right. Toss was a little weird. It seems like the toss is pretty erratic, and that might lead to some of the inconsistency. Seems like the motion is really consistent. Okay, soft down the middle. Good return. Good forehand attack. Okay, kind of a really tough position for him. Good on my father for making the tough half volley with only one hand on the racket. But that was a losing situation. All right, no ball bounce. Toss the ball like 3 feet behind the head. Not good. Good catch. All right, we got the return. In the middle. Okay, the approach to the forehand. Smart. Get that slice. Make him run. That's what we like to see. Nice. Good save by the bench. All right, good deep return from Pink Guy. We got a ball in the middle, pretty short. Forehand to the forehand, get the slice. Slice it back. He takes the backhand deep. The slice short. Father takes it, moves up to the net with the slice, and does not put it away. That's tough. It was so short, but it's very common. People, they get the really short overhead and they just try to hit it kind of hard and straight. You could really get away with like medium and to the side, get a crazy angle from that close, but I know that isn't as easy as it sounds. Here we go. Good serve to the backhand. That return actually is pretty good too. Good hustle. Let's see how. My father's lob. Okay, it's in. Hits it down the middle. but the dude does not have the hands. Pink dog does not have the hands. Looks like Pops's sweat is growing, almost reaching the shorts here. Serve out wide. Good deep return. Backhand to backhand. We get this short little slice forehand and dumped in the net. There we go. Keeping it tight. Keeping it tight. So far, seems like Pops is kind of driving the game, kind of setting the pace and doing the attacking. And Pink Shirt UTR 5 is just trying to stay in the game, mixing up depth, and using his youth mobility to get the ball back as many times as possible. But we don't want to undersell UTR 5's mixing up between shorter and deeper balls. Moving your opponent front to back is a very effective way to force errors, especially at lower levels. I got the forehand, serve to the forehand, good return from my father. Okay, return down the middle, didn't miss it in the net, but missed that one in the net. I'm not sure what happens, but sometimes looks like my father's forehand goes really low, and those ones have a really low shot of making it in the court. Okay, good angle, but hits the slice forehand of the open court. Good slice backhand. Oh, what an approach down the line. Got the short ball, probably shouldn't have let it bounce. That is okay. Tough one. Tough one. Kind of feel like that serve was out. But hard to tell from here. Alright, serve out wide of the forehand. We do the short cross. We've seen this pattern before. Nice. This time my father comes out on top though. I guess his slice backhand was right on the line, making it really tough for UTR 5 to get it back. So that's the pattern. It's short cross return, slice forehand to the down the line, slice backhand from my father. All right, we got the short slice return. Once again, moving your opponent forward forces an error. Good mix up there. How is the battery? Alright, serve out wide. Wow, excellent deep return from my father, but he just sat there and watched it, thinking it was going out probably. And then he had to run diagonally to the corner where the guy hit the shortest ball possible. Probably would have made it if he had recovered to the center there. Wow, crazy inside out return on the line. The forehand is dialed in right now. All right. This one's more in the center. My father takes it inside out approach. Excellent. That would be a tough ball for anybody to hit, even me. Nice and deep, good pace. Good height. Okay, return line to the forehand. Now we're starting to see the shift where UTR 5 is hitting more topspin forehands instead of slice and seeing effectiveness there. So good on him for the adaptation. Good passing shot right there. It's tough to hit it when it's at your feet. Forehand middle. Or sorry, serve middle. Just out. Alright, there's the short, and he slices it middle this time. My father does the slice to the backhand. I mean, that pattern is played out 4 times. 4 times, but the last 2 you may notice UTR5 is hitting it more centrally instead of farther to the backhand. I don't know why that is. You can see starting to feel some physical effect probably from the crazy 90, 35-degree heat. Crazy drop shot from my father. Did he mean that to be a drop shot? It is hard to say. They took a break, it looks like, at even scoring. They're probably both feeling pretty hot here. Alright, serve body. Good backhand return. Misses the short ball. Let's see. Serve wide, huge, just wide. Body, it's the backhand deep and high. Alright, we're starting to see the topspin forehand here. And that is a miss long, I believe. It could have been in, but it looks like it was out. We trust this guy. Seems like a stand-up character. Man, it's tough to be a singles court in between 2 doubles courts. Balls are just flying everywhere. That's a good body serve. But this dude is loving that backhand return. Made 3 backhand returns in this game. Guess for another body serve, doesn't make it. Second serve. That's a no. It's a quick game at love. All right, we got head in the towel. Head in the towel. From UTR 5. That guy's forehand is nuts. Over there. And we got headband guy just going for a stroll over there. Maybe he's going to buy a snack. In hindsight, should have cut this out. But here we are. Ah, good volley. They're taking the most crazy long breaks I've ever seen. All right, shorts are looking real wet now from my father. Got a let. Forehand middle, or probably third middle. Good approach down the line. Tough volley, but was well positioned to make it. Maybe having the second hand at the throat of the racket would have helped stabilize that, but it's a tough one. Good deep return to the backhand. Gets the short ball in the middle. Hit it to the backhand middle. Slice, middle approach. Overhead into the net. That's tough. Serve middle. Forehand cross. Slice line. Okay, we go for topspin backhand cross. The dude hits a good backhand cross. I can't keep it in. Looks like my dad's looking at the camera. Oh, here's the orange headband guy. Served middle, good forehand return. Inside out goes a little too much. It's tough. I think it's just like the contact point was a little off. It seems like I think that my dad's forehand looks really good technically and is effective, but it's pretty contact point dependent. So if the contact point is off, it can really soar or go in the net. Contact point is mostly determined by your movement. You have to move to get into a contact point that your stroke can handle. All right, we got the serve body, short ball, middle, top spin, forehand approach to the forehand, and it's a miss. We got our dogs on the left hooking us up with balls. That's what I'm talking about. Looks like that one dude is wearing like a crazy do-rag. All right, serve to the backhand, kind of curving into the body slightly, and that worked. 30 love. Body serve, dude gets the backhand that he wants. Slice approach down the middle, should move up, but instead lets it bounce. Okay, makes the tough shot. Probably should have moved up and just taken it as close to the net as possible, but made it that time. Serve wide, probably the most ambitious. Serve right there. All right, serve down the middle. We get the slice forehand short. Forehand to backhand deep. Give him the slice. There's a little topspin forehand starting to come out a little more. Backhand. Just missed. You can tell he feels comfortable with that backhand. All right. I hope that I properly cut this and we're not about to watch them sit down for 2 minutes. Oh, man. All right, let's see what's going on that court. That guy's serve is interesting. That looks like do-rag switched to headband. He got a white headband. Kind of looks like a crown. Looks like they're having a chat. I have it on mute, so I don't know what they're saying, but if you guys can hear it, let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe. It's a beautiful day. This match was played at Sharon Lester, which is a tennis facility in Piedmont Park in Midtown Atlanta, Georgia. The courts were really nice. Oh, look, there I am. You can see me in the far left. I I met a nice lady and I wanted to hit. This is me practicing my wrist snap on the serve. Looking good, looking loose. Very important. All right, so to the backhand, back to the match. Hits a good deep shot right there. And my father makes it back, and the dude misses a weird overhead from the ad side doubles alley. Not surprised. Not surprised. All right, serve middle. Just a lot of middle serves. Not sure what's happening, but there's definitely a pattern here where when my father is returning with the forehand on the ad side, sometimes it goes really low. Like that one went under the net. So, worth noting, the ad side forehand return going really low. All right, we've got the cross. Oh, we get a little topspin forehand cross, mixing up the pattern. Good approach there, putting on the pressure. Forehand middle, good forehand down the line, return, forces the air. Moving to that forehand side with haste is not a strength of UTR 5 enemy. All right, that serve is Mal. This guy's serve is crazy too. All right, boom. Forehand, middle, forehand, middle, forehand, middle, out. I think it's 30-40. Chance to get back in the set, bring it to a tie, 5-all. Let's see what happens here. Slice backhand short. The dude read it really well. And then the pass down the line forehand. Actually, my father's really good at that one. We do some training and he does that one pretty well. Oh look, there I am over there in the left, hitting some forehands. Keeping it loose. Oh, there's a backhand. All right, back to the match. That's a crazy good serve. And that is a super annoying one to lose. Probably should not have lost that. When you hit the ball that good, that far out, wide, I mean, coming to the net, man. All right, that's a good serve too. Gets a short ball, hits it cross. A lot of height, so it gives the time back to the enemy. Okay, floating at middle. My dad hits it to the backhand. Good approach. Excellent. Beautiful. What an effort. 15 iguales. 15-all. Critical moment. I actually don't know what happens here because I was over there hitting with that lady who also hits the ball really nice. Okay, he goes for it down the tee. Like the variety, though the forehand out wide serve does seem to be pretty effective. There I am hitting a backhanding. My backhand looks pretty good from this angle. Wow. Even the forehand looks pretty good. Okay. Good serve out wide. Oh, he goes for the topspin forehand. My dad goes topspin forehand, gets the slice, short ball, hits the backhand of the backhand. Dude hits a short backhand. Approach down the line, missed volley. That's tough. One thing I would recommend on these backhand volleys and backhand slices and backhand dinks from my father is to keep the other hand on the racket just for stabilization until right before contact. Often it seems like he's just moving the right arm, the left arm, I don't even know where it is. So keeping the left hand on the neck of the racket would stabilize and help in that situation. Wow. Good serve right on the line. Nope. That's out. That's out. Oh, I like that orange bag right there. Okay. Serve to the backhand. Slice it directly into the net. That was, actually pretty good form, I think, on the slice. Just position was off. All right, we get the short ball, slice it. Backhand down the middle. Slice down the middle. Lob to the corner. Topspin lob middle. Very short ball down the middle, and my father does not run. That's tough. Alright, UTR 5 leading 6-5. Going into the changeover. I really should have cut these changeovers, and I apologize. But we can watch me hit over there. Huge forehand. Huge forehand. Look at that movement, running around the backhand. She's hitting good forehands too. Good balls. Good backhand. There's the forehand. Top spin backhand. Forehand. Slice. Yeah, the slice was really throwing her off. I remember that. What a tragic overhead from our boy in the white. Lefty boy in the white. I let that ball get a little too low. Probably should have moved up to it. Sometimes I think waiting a little bit too much on the ball. All right. The classic short forehand cross return, and right goes behind him. Wow, dude falls on the ground. And that's some dramatic stuff right there. Looks like my dad either changed shirts or it's completely sweated through, because I no longer see the sweat marks. Alright, return down the middle forehand. Gets the job done. Dude's looking a little physically worse for wear. It's not like him to miss like that. Or I guess it is, but I don't know. That miss is pretty bad. Watch me rip a forehand. Crack. Alright. Forehand served long down the middle. There we go with the cross forehand return. I think that, has been a very successful pattern for my father. I guess I'm not sure why the pink dude serves to the forehand so much, because I think he's losing a lot of these points in the same way. And he's proven the ability to serve to the backhand. Alright, that's that situation where my dad's forehand return goes low for some reason. Good lob. Get a follow up. Move in. If you move in, it's a little easier. Misses the overhead with some lazy footwork, but that's okay. We're leading here. Pink shirt is looking absolutely destroyed. Keeling over. The heat is not treating this man well. Serve to the forehand. Forehand slice to the backhand. Backhand cross. Good backhand cross, backhand slice down the line, forehand slice right back to him. And the backhand is long. We're going into a tiebreak, fellas. Let's see what happens here. Absolute drama. Maximum 3-5 competition. They're taking a break before the tiebreaker, probably because the pink shirt dude is destroyed. Look at me hit that forehand. Get backhand volley, overhead down the middle, slices it short again, hit the forehand middle. Good shot by her. My strokes look good. All right, tiebreaker. It's all or nothing right here. Serve to the forehand. Short ball, middle. Takes it to the forehand. That's the right move. Oh, and just doesn't move right there. Sets feet too early on that. And just misses it. That is unfortunate. I think that point was played perfectly. Okay, serve to the backhand. Really good placement. Haven't seen a lot of those. So he's going for the clutch serves here in the tiebreak. Wow, another good serve actually. Takes him wide, slice down the middle. My dad hits the forehand to the forehand. Definitely the right strategy there. He knows that this dude's hitting a lot of slice forehand, so approaching the forehand it's going to be better. It's harder to pass with a slice and easier to make a mistake under pressure. 1-2. Wow. Oh, missed the serve, slice it down the middle, slice return. Oh, that's too good. The dude did the perfect dig on that short ball right there, right into the corner. All right, 1-3. Falling a bit behind, but really, it's not a lot. It's just 2 points. Anything can happen. That toss was crazy. Good job not hitting it. Okay, that serve was crazy. One thing I'm noticing is my father's footwork on the serve, foot placement. It's weird. The left foot starts pointing straight, and then it steps back. That definitely causes some entropy in the service performance. All right, 3-2. Goes for the serve down the middle. Okay, things are getting tight. The good serves have gone away. Short serve down the middle. My dad hits a slice short. Forces the approach. Oh, man. I mean, I guess that was out. That's tough. It's 4-2 in the tiebreaker. My dad's sitting down. That's illegal. Sitting down, drinking some water, crossing his legs. The other dude's standing. They're both just absolutely destroyed. It's probably an ice towel or something because it's like wrapped around his neck. They're having a chat. Let me know what they're saying in the comments. Like and subscribe. All right, it's 4-2 for UTR 5. We are coming up on the end of this. Maybe that was an attempt to break the rhythm right there from my father. Who knows? Oh, look. There I am walking in the background. Switching courts to the shady court. All right, serve out wide. Forehand return, amazing. Gets the short ball, does the right approach, hits the slice. Man, down the line. Honestly, well played by both. You can't be mad if you're my dad. I mean, you're definitely not mad if you're UTR 5. It's good defense. I guess, yeah, the only thing maybe you could change is not doing the short slice there and instead doing a topspin backhand. But honestly, it was well done. Okay, 2-5. Goes for the ace down the tee. Doesn't make it. Haven't seen one of those, really. So I don't know why they're coming out in the tiebreak all of a sudden. Okay, good serve to the backhand. Dang, was that out? That is tragic, because we are at 2-6 here in the tiebreak. Looks like, I mean, it could have been out. I don't know. I didn't really look. Serve to the backhand. This dude's favorite shot. Now we're at 6-3. Only 3 points to get back to even. What will happen? Serves it down the middle. My dad rips it wide. And that is that. Man, what a tight set. What a tight set. I'm trying to remember what happened. I mean, honestly, I would say UTR 5 played at least two really good points. The one where he hustled up on the short ball and hit it right in the corner, and the other where my father played an excellent slice down the line. The dude hit a lob on the line, or a lob with the backhand. Those were both amazing. He also hit two really good serves in the tiebreak. Didn't love the serves to the backhand from my father in the tiebreak, but really, it could have gone. Still could have gone either way. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, it was a good match. I mean, a good set. If you guys are wondering, the second set was an L, and I did not record it because it happened like an hour later, but I think they both made some decent adaptations. They both seem to have found patterns that worked for them. Or I guess maybe more my father, and the other guy was maybe playing some patterns that were losing a little bit too much. But the stability got him through in the end. So, thank you all, and that is it.